The American Association of School Librarians are holding their national conference here in Louisville starting today. The conference brings thousands of librarians and educators together to discuss topics like equity, inclusion, library standards as well. We're joined this morning by Mary Keeling, who is the president of the association. And Mary, this national conference is only held every 2 years, so there's a lot of ground to cover. What are the goals of the conference?
This year's conference will be focused on implementation strategies that our school librarians across the country have used the National School Library Standards in their work. So all of the conference concurrent sessions are framed around one of 6 shared foundations in those standards. So those are inquire, include, and include refers to equity, diversity, and inclusion. Curate, as in selecting materials that are appropriate for any given project. Collaboration, explore, and engage. So those are the kinds of things that we were looking for as we evaluated concurrent session proposals. We introduced our National School Library Standards 2 years ago in Phoenix, Arizona, and so this is our first opportunity as an association to dig deep and see how members have incorporated them in their practice.
You talked about words like diversity and inclusion. How do school librarians go about trying to make sure that there is a diverse representation in the books and in the materials that they give to students?
School librarians develop plans for their collections, and that planning process includes evaluating what already exists. And so many of our school librarians are conducting audits of their collection to see to what extent their collections represent the students that they serve. And it's not just libraries that serve diverse populations. Many librarians serving very homogeneous groups want their students to have a window into the world, to understand what the world beyond their school looks like. So through various groups like the We Need Diverse Books organization, there's been a lot of influence applied to publishers to publish more books about people of color, and more books by people of color. And so there are a number of collection development tools that we use to do that. Some are bloggers who sort of highlight materials that may be missed by the mainstream press. Some follow different kinds of advocacy groups, but there's generally a very activist feel, I guess you could say, in our school libraries about addressing these needs.
The role of school librarians, like any educator, has evolved over the years. How has it changed in just the last few years?
It's so interesting. It's such an interesting and evolving profession. Many of us think of libraries as quiet places, and that's not true anymore. Libraries are, we talk about the person who is doing the talking as the person who is doing the learning, and so we have a lot of collaboration going on in our libraries. So we have kids working together on group projects, solving problems that have been posed to them. They're creating knowledge by working together in maker spaces. They're tinkering with STEM equipment in libraries, doing debate kinds of things. They're sometimes doing creative work and then performing in poetry slams and other kinds of performance aspects. So that's one big change for libraries. Libraries continue to be a place where we hold collections, but it's more about a place where we create knowledge and we allow kids to move the furniture around if that's what they need to do.
Mary Keeling, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.